I tried to make this as professionally polished as the AI could. I don't particularly prefer it, but let me know if you understand it more. This teaching will be challenging, but one principle must be clear from the start: belief is a human activity, while choice is entirely God's sovereignty. Understanding this distinction is crucial to grasping Scripture correctly. 1. Belief is not choice. The church often teaches that if you believe hard enough, you can be born again. That's the good works fiasco. Outward conformity is mistaken for internal recognition of truth. But belief does not make you born again. Rebirth is a choice only God can make. He looks at our hearts and decides who will become His children. Our beliefs cannot compel God's decision. 2. What John 3:16 really says. For God so loved the world, that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. This verse is not about automatic rebirth, as the church often claims. It's about being called out, entering God's notice and alignment. Belief places you on God's radar. It doesn't force rebirth, it's more like an inside track or an alignment that God can act upon. Belief is intellectual assent, the cognitive recognition that a creative force exists. Romans 1:20 makes this explicit: for the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Creation itself testifies to God. Yet the church often misreads this, valuing outward conformity over true recognition of God's truth. 3. God's sovereign choice in John 1:12. But as many as received, G 29:83, 11, Him, to them gave He power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe, G 4100, Pistou on His name. 11. This isn't an active human choice. It's the initiator's action. God acquires the person. It's not free will, it's a required reception to align with His will. Pistou, this is the gift of faith, a spiritual ability that empowers recognition of God, not mere intellectual assent. It's what allows someone to actually believe God, rather than just believe in God. The Bible often translates this as grace, but in our framework, it's better understood as God's sovereign decision, not a reward for human effort. 4. Putting it together. Belief, human recognition and alignment with God's truth, cognitive assent to His existence and work. Choice/rebirth, God's sovereign act, determined by His evaluation of the heart, not by human belief. Being called out, John 3:16, is the first step. It's recognition by God, not guaranteed salvation. True acquisition of Christ, John 1:12, shows God's initiative, not ours. 5. Key takeaway. Belief aligns you with truth, it opens the possibility for God's action. Rebirth and salvation, however, are entirely God's choice. Understanding this protects against the common church error, thinking belief alone can force God's hand.